Thank you. Had a little trouble with the internet. So I'm Rebecca. One of the things that I do for humanity is I open portals. I didn't ask to be given this job. It was given to me, and I must have said yes on a soul level. So recently I did open a portal in another country, and it seems like so much has opened up. And one of the things that's really coming forth now is our need to reconnect with our relatives in inner earth. I've been getting so much information. I can't give it all to you in one video. In the next video I do after this, I will give you a meditation to help you connect. These are mostly citizens from Atlantis and even pre-Atlantis. Different societies are dwelling there, not just one, which is what I thought. So I'm going to tell you about my experience that just sort of took over, and I will be responding to your chat questions and comments after I share with you the experience that I had. Well, the way it started is I'm sitting in meditation asking for guidance. Well, what do my people most need to have a class on next? Because I teach classes to take you deeper. And I really wanted to teach a class on loneliness, despair, and sadness. Why? Because I had been having some loneliness, despair, and sadness, and I still will. However, I just couldn't make myself sit down and write about that. And out of nowhere, this little voice, it snuck up on me, a little voice whispers to me, take them to the land of magic money. That's what they really need right now. And I said, what? The land of magic money? I never heard of such a thing. And it's probably not even real. And the same little voice whispered, oh, but it is real. Once a person visits this magical place, they will be forever changed unless they block the processes we give them. So I'm wondering, who are you? And why are you coming to me with this ridiculous story? And then the small little voice revealed its source. And it was some representatives of inner earth. Now, why do you think they use the terms like land of magic money, etc.? Because they know, they're in tune with our consciousness, that the greatest need we have on earth today, especially among light workers. And who do you think is going to want to get in touch with the people of inner earth? Everyone else would think we're just batshit crazy. People who know they have Atlantean, Lemurian roots, they're going to want to get in touch with the people of inner earth. And yet the financial situation is very great for light workers, mostly because their hearts are so good and soft and tender. Sometimes they're not very businesslike. We have a lot of right brain thinking among us light workers. So then these three wizards, and I'm going to tell you more about their kind of wealth. They don't use wealth the way we do. They have access to gold and all that. They don't use it for a barter system. They have ways to just create what they need. And yet they have principles that they're going to explain to us, and I'm going to explain to you. So one of the reasons that they're coming to me is A, I open portals, including to inner earth, communication portals, and B, I'll listen. I meditate every morning at least 2 hours, and I listen to what comes forth. They say that because my friendship with the great Lord Odin and his mentor Thoth, who spent much time in the halls of Amenti below earth, emerald tablets, 36,000 years old, that's for another video. Today we're going to talk more about what these three wizards had to say. And this is a little bit long video. It's not a 2-minute video if you want to hear the explanation. And I do see your comments, and I will get to them soon. Here's what they said. We seek to reunite the people of inner earth with the consciousness of upper earth dwellers. It's time. It's time. And we're willing to share some of our wisdom and our magic with your readers. Now, at this point, I could only hear one voice, three wizards speaking as one. And then they came into my inner vision as three distinctly separate beings. This is what I have found in communicating with the people of inner earth, which is different for me. I start hearing the communication and then they reveal themselves. I don't know, maybe they're seeing if I can be trusted. So this morning, another being came who wants to talk more about connection. And again, I heard the communication and then he revealed himself. So these three wizards have names that are frequencies, and it might be really hard for us to say. So they said, call us something that people will resonate with and understand. And besides, if you use our name in frequency, it's going to be a little different for each person because our frequency will adjust to the frequency of that person. Oh, I hope they give me more information on that. So the first wizard that introduced himself he said, call me Charles. And he has this office, this thing that he does in inner earth. He actually is telling me right now, he does lots of things, but these are things that might be of more interest to us. So his office is something called the ease of obtaining, able to obtain that which you desire easily. Well, that sounds really good to me. Let me tell you how he looks. He is regal, commanding, and he does have kind of white hair, about the same length of mine, slightly wavy. And even though his hair is white, he moves like a manly man, let me tell you. No wussy there. So he has a gnarled, I wish I brought my staff over here. He has a staff, I call mine my Moses staff. It's almost exactly like mine. And whatever it is that you desire, he can help you more easily. And in a moment, I'm going to tell you how he helped me. But first, I'm just telling you about the three wizards. Number 2 was Samson. And his office is the finder of things hidden. And Samson is different looking. He's younger. They're all ancient. I mean, hundreds of years old. But in earth years, he might be 35 to 40. He is tall. He's very lean, lithe looking. He has real dark, shiny hair and it's slicked back. His eyes are this piercing black and his eyebrows kind of go upwards. And he seems to always be in a state of inquisitiveness. He's inquiring. And he just has so much power. I've never felt that kind of power on earth. And Samson has never experienced a lifetime on the top of the earth. Some of the other people have, but Samson has not. And so, as holding the office of finder of things hidden, that can include resources, treasures, as well as hidden faults within any energy system. And he's giving me an example right now. Of course, we're thinking, my fault's within me. But he's like, for instance, if they had manufactured a piece of equipment to do a certain thing, they would call him because his intuition just hones in. When you hold an office, you develop the skills that go with it. So Samson can help us find the hidden things that could be preventing us from having ease of obtaining. All these guys work together. Now, wizard number 3, gotta be my favorite. And you know why? His name is Oscar, and he has the office of helping you feel satisfied and learning how to use that satisfaction as a magnet to get more of what you're satisfied with. And I think that's such a good concept. And I know we're always thinking gratitude, gratitude, but what little things can you feel satisfied right now? So let me tell you how Oscar looks. He's short. He's not more than 5 foot tall. And he's jovial and jolly. And he reminds me of the Laughing Buddha. Now, he doesn't have a staff. By the way, Samson does have a black, shiny, pointy staff that's more like a ray gun or something. But what the Laughing Buddha, Oscar, has is a kind of a crystal ball, but not a heavy one. It's like light as a soap bubble. So what a fun thing to do to help people find satisfaction. So each one of these wizards has a lesson that they can teach us. And they agree that we originally topside, we were supposed to be in abundance. Something happened. I can hear some of you having questions. Why are they down there? Yada, yada, yada. Probably going to need to do several videos on this topic because there's so much information coming. So they propose that I teach a class. Of course, they know I teach classes, a teleclass, so everybody all over the world can attend using some of their wisdom. And I said, well, wait a minute, buddies. Before I haul off and teach a class to a bunch of folks, I want to know what you're going to do. And you do those processes to me first so that I can be sure they're safe for anyone who wanted to attend the class. So, boom, that was like, yes. Here's the curious thing. So they're from Inner Earth, right? Well, I guess I agreed to go to Inner Earth because immediately a craft appears, like, well, not this big, but like a little flying saucer. And we got in it, and this great chasm appeared in the side of the earth. And we went on this silent journey to Inner Earth. I didn't have any fear at all. I felt kind of like I belonged there. I felt safe with the wizards. And they took me to a huge cavern. And it seemed like it only took seconds. And you would think, oh, it's going to be all dark. But this cavern was lit with the glow of thousands and thousands of crystals. This civilization had learned to harness the energy to sustain life and provide for every need. There were minerals, crystals, fresh water, everything. So I'm going to work with these wizards with their little wisdom they want to share with me personally in the order that I met them. So first, Charles, ease of obtaining. What's he going to do with me? Understand this whole time I'm in a trance. I'm not trying to do any of this. I said, yes, do it to me first. And boom, it's like pressing a button. Now, what Charles explained to me is that in order for me to have more ease of obtaining the things I need to let go of the unconscious need to struggle. You know, humanity is programmed that if we don't struggle, we don't deserve it. And he said that there's a genome that we have that says you got to struggle to survive. And in trance, He removed my virus that had been polluting me and my lineage for generations. And it felt easy, it felt light. And in the upcoming teleseminar that I'm going to teach, Charles is going to guide us collectively in neutralizing this genome. Because I said to him, well, why can't I just do it for everybody? And he said, no, each person has to individually ask. All right. So right now you could be asking Charles if this is resonating with you. I hope you take my class, and yet you can follow along, pay attention, and ask your own angels and guides for guidance. And this is information you may not have known. Now, next, I worked with Samson. He's the handsome younger guy with the pointy staff, shiny and black. And he wanted to show me what he could do. So he points his staff at a nearby rock surface, and immediately the rock cracks open and you see a cluster of raw diamonds. Now, this was enhanced by this river, this vein of pure gold that was flowing and branching off into many paths. Divine Mother, long time ago, told me that veins of gold within the earth are the lifeblood of Gaia, and they conduct energy, they conduct information. And these things were hidden, and he just wanted to show me one of the things that he does. So guess what I asked him? All right, what kind of hidden thing in me is preventing me from thriving more in the top side? And woo, he points his staff at my body, but guess what? It's like this metallic ding, from my auric field. And it's as if part of my field was encased in metal. And what he showed me is that there was a force field around me that muddles my thinking about money and success. And this is very common for light workers to be real clear on the spiritual path and when it comes to business matters. And here's the thing. The shield is being generated by the nefarious elite, and that's to keep us from realizing our potential. And a lot of people have this shield and they don't realize it. I certainly didn't. And so I said, well, how can we dissolve this? I don't want to have a shield that keeps my head muddled about business matters. And because the nefarious elite don't want all this kind of information out there. Excuse me. So he said, the shield can be dissipated by using your own power. You need to send out a ray of your own to the source, and you must have the intent to refuse to be controlled any longer. See, once you know a thing, you can solve a thing. If there's something haunting you or wrong and you don't even know what it is, well, how can you solve it? So it was simple. I just send out a ray of my own intending to shut it down, and it was coming from a satellite in space. And then he says, seal the aperture shut, seal the opening shut so that no more can come. And then purposely set the intent to install a shield around yourself to protect you from any further attacks. So again, I'm like, well, can I eliminate this shield on behalf of everyone? And again, each person must do so of his own free will. Do you know the one thing that sets dark and light apart? Dark will tell you to do something. Light will give you choice. Free will is the number one rule on this planet. It extends to the people of inner earth, Any being that tries to do something to you or make you do something against your free will is not of the light. I don't care how many angel wings they have. Okay, so in the teleseminar that's coming up, we're going to be guided collectively in neutralizing this ray. Okay, here comes my fun one, Oscar. So when I worked with Oscar, of course, the energy was way light. I just got rid of a shield and all this kind of stuff. He took me to a sumptuous banquet table that had all kind of delicious looking foods, but some looked kind of strange to my earth eyes. And he says, taste, taste. And after each thing you taste, ask your body, does this satisfy me? And he just wanted to get the concept of being satisfied with something I could touch. And some of the food did make me feel satisfied and some didn't. Then he took me to a room that was full of money, like from my country. I live in the USA. It's full of all kinds of money. And I didn't feel any satisfaction at all. It's just money. And then Oscar said, you know what? The satisfaction that comes from money is what money can do for you. It's not the physical money. So start paying attention because these bills could be worthless tomorrow. Look at the Civil War. One day the money was worth something. The next day you could light a fire with it. Find the satisfaction in what you want the money for. Say you want money for security. Well, can you think of one small thing in your life that makes you feel secure already? Come on, you know there's something. Maybe you don't have as much money as you'd like, but there's something you feel secure about. Because when you focus on that, it's going to become magnetized and bring you more of that. And then I always wear these pearls. These are real pearls, which I had lost. And I just recently got them back and I love them so much. I wear them almost all the time. And he says, what about those pearls? What kind of feeling of satisfaction do you get from your pearls? And I'm like, well, it feels luxurious. I take a bath in them. Hey, they've been in the water. And he says, focus on that satisfaction of luxury and it's going to start to multiply and be like a magnet. The feeling itself is the magnet. Now, isn't that easy? Can you feel satisfied? As a matter of fact, I loved the exercise from Oscar so much. I laid in that bed and I thought, of all the things I'm satisfied with my little one-bedroom condo on the water. I'm satisfied with my wild hair. I'm satisfied that I'm a talented channel, a portal master. Guess what else I'm satisfied with? You see this lipstick? It's Jeffree Star. It matches my dress perfect. Number 818 if you want to get some. I'm so satisfied with this lipstick. They'll only let you order 2 tubes at a time. Guess what? I used to weigh 200 pounds. I am so satisfied that I don't weigh 200 pounds. I'm satisfied that I have 5 wonderful children that love me. And I'm satisfied with my sweet little car that just got paid for. So do you get the idea? You can find things that you're already satisfied, and that gets your focus shifted. Now, a lot of these lessons are similar to topside lessons, and yet there's just another kind of wisdom, and they're so eager to share this wisdom with us. So I'm going to check now. By the way, I'm teaching this teleseminar this weekend, maybe next one too, because it's so freaking good. Let me see if there's some questions. Oh, someone's wanting me to read the future. I don't do that. So this is not a free psychic advice kind of video. This is about inner earth. Are there any questions about inner earth or how these wizards might be able to help you? I'll just wait a minute. No worries. Sometimes I do free psychic advice. However, you still can't predict the future. I can tell you how to change the future, but you need to get a private session for that because that's not a 2-minute thing. So I hope that you click the link below and come with me to my teleseminar about really connecting and letting these wizards help you. What's hidden in your life? What kind of thing is preventing you to have the ease of obtaining what you desire? And what are you satisfied with right now that you could focus on and multiply like crazy? The teleseminar is very, very economical, and it can change your life forever. So if you like this kind of information and you're not subscribed, please do subscribe and hit the little bell. That way it'll tell you. I am going to be, within the next couple days, I'm going to be streaming a meditation that will help you connect yourself to the people of inner earth. Sometimes these things do come through a channel like me or someone else who's brave enough to get on YouTube, yet they really want to connect individually. If you're attracted to this, then they're attracted to you. It's that simple. They're your long lost cousins. So give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in a video again real soon.